Zana, you had some questions? Kusham. Kusham. Yes, Kanupriyo, can you tell her about Vedic conception of women? Sound is not right. Uh. Kanupriya, what do you say?
I was going to say, my understanding of these things, and not very much, but first I think that when this writing is based on material perception of women, and I think that, when you are male and female, really there is no difference in the spiritual realm. Okay, so we get things wrong. But on a material level, I think there is difference. I've also heard actually that the reason why really the reason why women are maybe contributed to the back is because they're already powerful enough. Like Govinda say that they already have too much power. That's what we did this week. But I think, I know in terms of birth, it talks about, male birth is a higher birth than female birth. But I think it doesn't really matter. I think it really should matter. Male or female, our position is our position. We're given this body based on karma, and I think it's all a blessing. So I don't think we should, on my personal opinion, it's not too male, female.
Well, I'm not worried about it. It just, it doesn't appeal to me, this view in women the current. I understand that centuries and centuries ago, when the physical world was different, I think the family structure was different. But nowadays, I feel that women and men should be looked upon equally. I understand in terms of spirituality, we could do the same.
I think the body, I think the body, this idea that, I can't remember what the saying is, but men are from Mars and women are from Venus or something. I think actually the bodies are different. I think the present of the body can be made differently.
I understand that different. But just like when I'm reading this, and it just like, well, a man is a creature in power, even spiritually, yeah. And a woman should be like in his helper, basically in his servant. She should obey. Her place should be beside a man, and a man is a leader.
My understanding is that we've got it's like almost like yin and yang. Sometimes you need one part to do one thing and the other part to do another. So it depends on what context. If you're thinking if you're talking in terms of the family structure, perhaps I think traditionally if we look back,
my connection goes on and on. Um, I know the Bible borrowed a lot from the Vedas, and I think why I am like this question arose in my mind because I had a conversation with a lady and we were talking about the role of the man and the role of the woman in marriage. And then she sent me quotes from the Bible as well, and I read the Bible, and then I did the reading on Bhakti. I remember that even years ago. It just bothered me. Let's say,
well, I think Acharya
first, with man, and then look, you're born, I will create you a hailstorm, and people and then it says that in the Bible, and then if you do some reading, and it says a woman should be quiet, the woman should listen to a man and obey him.
well, Acharya Maharaj, I think Acharya Maharaj is talking of the therefore everyone should have the opportunity to look to the Lord.
If I can find from the history,
I think maybe there's many, there's the, I mean, Maharaj will know about the Vedanta and what's suggested in these regulations, but I would say in terms of what I've heard from our gurus is that ultimately we are all servants of the Lord, and therefore we know it's like if when we're working in the temple, you might have a particular nature, or you have particular skills, so you do that. And also the woman carries the child. The child, a man cannot carry a child. As much as he might want to carry a child and be equal to the woman, it's not going to happen. So we have already this gift, and we see that the female is like the first rule of the child. It's actually really important. If you think of it in a way, the gift is very special and very fortunate. I think, in the material world where everything is exploited and people are always wanting to exploit the situation, and we have the man that exploits the female may exploit something else. So I think if we're trying to follow Krishna conscious, yes, then we're respecting or honoring the husband. Um, will have a different position in the household for the female, but it's not. I don't, in my understanding, I've never heard from our gurus that it's one of I think we get this idea that the underdog or the idea of material slave, or we're going to be abused. This happens. But I suppose we have to live to our ideal and look at the ideals that are set in scriptures and given to us by our gurus, and that is actually, the female has a very important role, and I think, what are we focusing on? I wouldn't say, even when you read this Queen Kunti and her book, sometimes it sounds really, she's saying that we're unintelligent or this, and actually she's very humble. And a real devotee is always considering himself to be unintelligent. But I mean, Maharaj will be able to. It's just my opinion, my understanding of things is that I don't. In fact, Acharya Maharaj said it when he came. The Grahastha male, when he comes home, he should eat after his wife because she is not his servant. They are both servants of the Lord, and both should respect each other and each other's position.
It's like Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 82. Sure, even those who are born in self-employed women, traders, and child laborers, they attend the Supreme State by taking of English. But the main point is that women are born in simple words.
Maybe we are. That's what it's like.
I would not say in English traders and laborers.
But I think it's, referring to bodily designation. I wouldn't myself, ultimately it's we're eternal. We've had many births, many bodies, and this birth is is given to us due to our past, um, due to our consciousness. So I wouldn't see it as a negative thing. The world is made up of many things, higher and lower, very brave and everything. I think, again, Maharaj, maybe I'm kind of you, but that's my opinion. I wouldn't.
And like women, it says like women are considered lower birth because by nature women are dependent on men.
Yeah.
And it is also beneficial for human advancement.
But I think in a way, I think if you look at society, in some ways, I think we are. Men are pretty strong. If you look,
a lot of women
if you look at the characters, men are physically stronger than us. We are vulnerable. There's certain times that when we could walk out on the street on my own, where a man probably could be more safer in a certain environment, but I don't think when it comes about, when we're thinking about,
it was a moment of passage.
Yeah.
Where it says that treacherous and they
well, I don't think, I think it's referring to mainly materialistic, gross materialism. I don't think it's based on Vaishnavism or based on Krishna conscious philosophy. I think it's based on, a materialistic platform. And I'm not regarding that, one materialistic organized unintelligence. I don't think, it's a general, I think it's saying, it's a very general statement about things. And I think, again, there are many bodies. I just go back to that we have many births. We've been in many bodies. We've been in a fish body, in a cow body, or a dog body, um, and I think that we should focus on the positives that we have and what gifts we give them. Alright, maybe you can shed more light on that.
Well, I'm thinking that why does someone take birth as a woman, and why do some take birth as a man? Why? We have to go back to the origin. Why did you take birth as a woman, and why does somebody else take birth as a man?
thought it's like, well,
And
Maharaj,
Yes.
I heard that the jivas who are attached to women, then they get birth as women next life, and
Uh,
those who are attached to man, they get birth as man.
that's also. But I'm asking, Zana, why did why did you? Can you hear me, Zana? Can you hear?
my connection is bad.
I can see that. Yes.
Turn off my video because the signal.
Maybe you can connect from your phone. Just dial the video. You can dial
I cannot. I don't have any memory on the phone to do that here.
Okay.
That's why I'm on my laptop. But the problem is that I have a Wi-Fi thing, and the signal is yellow,
Oh.
and it goes, still goes, boop, 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 and
Uh,
sometimes that's I don't know around
can you can you connect? Can you connect to Xfinity?
no.
You don't have that network available on your phone? It's free.
No. It's not free. And where I live, I looked it up, and there is no signal here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyhow.
Still, it's going on.
Okay.
I'm
Anyhow.
going to. I will try to turn my video off, and maybe it will be
Yeah, that will be better.
okay.
Okay. So, can you hear me now?
I hear you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, why did you take birth as a woman instead of a man? Huh?
I didn't hear anything that you said.
Okay. Why? Ask yourself the question, why did you take birth as a woman and not a man? Hare Krishna.
My connection totally goes. But when you said, why ask yourself, and then everything.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on there.
All right.
It,
You have taken birth as a woman. Why?
I
Yes.
will answers to Bhagavad because I was a man in the previous life maybe, and I was not good enough.
Anyhow,
So
sometimes.
that
Ah.
well, and now I'm a woman.
Ah.
It could it's not maybe it's not the correct answer, but this could be one of it.
Okay. So the point is, a
But
po-
still, it's like, well, a man is a supreme teacher and a woman is a lesser, and like it's a funny.
huh? No. The thing is, you could be a man or you could be a woman in this world. There's no difference. Huh? Maybe you are a man sometime. Maybe you're a woman sometime. Maybe you are a lizard sometime. Maybe you are an elephant sometime. Huh? Doesn't make any difference. They're not different. They're all just creatures. And the soul is the thing that's taking on these different clothes, different bodies. That's our understanding. So if you have to ride a bicycle, if you have to ride a bicycle to work, then you can only go so fast. If you have to take the bus, you can only go so fast. If you have your car, you can go faster or whatever. Thing is, you have to pay according to the body you have what you have to do, isn't it? According to the body you have to act in that way. But you are different from that. Huh? You can take any of those forms, but they're all just forms. Nothing special. You put on your clothes. Today you wear a purple dress. Tomorrow you wear black pants. The next day you wear this thing. The next day wear that, like that. You don't identify with the clothes. They could change any time. But you are the more important thing. So that is what we are looking at in devotional life and spiritual conception. We look at the Atma. Who is that soul? And according to, yes?
Maharaj, I'm sorry. Can we ask everybody to turn their mic
Off? All right. Can everyone mute their mic? Everyone, yes. Say if everyone can mute their mic, then we don't get any other noise, any other sound. Okay. Now you can hear me better.
Well, you keep talking and I will listen because like you would, I'm losing like
Okay.
50% of what you say.
So the point is, you and the body are two different things, huh?
Yeah.
Different. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm
so
totally feeling that.
okay. So then we have to think. Then who is you, or who are you? Who are you? And we call that in Veda, we call that Atma. Now, bodies have to do certain things. Elephants can't do the same thing that human being can do. And human can't do, they have different functions. Men and women have different things to do. But we can be any of them. Not that we put in some clothes and then we have to do according to that, we have to identify with that clothes. We can change them. So that's not the important thing, the clothes that we're wearing. The important thing is the Atma who's wearing them. What's that? Atma. Then, what is that? That's what spiritual life is about. What is that Atma? What is his or her function? Huh? And according to Veda, Atma is part of the female energy. Energy means female, just like Radharani. She is the energy of Krishna. And Krishna is the possessor of the energy. He's the one who makes the energy. He produces the energy, and the energy itself is called female, and the one who produces the energy is called male. So according to that idea, then everyone, all energy, material energy, male, female, whatever we have here, elephants, lizards, whatever it may be, they're all female to Krishna. They're all his energy. So in the highest world, in the Goloka Vrindavan, the highest souls are the female souls. They're called gopis. They're the highest because they have the most love for Krishna. They can have the most intimate relationship with Krishna and the Vaishnava conception. So, from a spiritual point of view, first of all, there's no difference from in terms of just the male or female, because in the spiritual plane, all souls are female. Okay, so the material difference between male and female is not considered very significant there. Huh? And then the second thing is that even in the spiritual world, the female uh, spiritual form has a higher role to play than the male, because they can be more intimate with Krishna than the male. So like this, the female is not to be minimized from the spiritual perspective. In the material world, whatever relationship there is between male and female, that's a secondary thing. Huh? I said, okay? I said, understood? Hare Krishna? Something happened. Okay, you lost connection? Haribo. Can't hear you. She left. All right. All right. Dandavats. Dandavats Umadevi, Ajay Prabhu, and Muni Maharaj, and Teres. Dandavats and Parama Bhakti. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Zana, you back? And Jorge. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Who is that? Oh, is that Vishwajit? Vishwajit. Dandavats. Dandavats. Haribol. Hare Krishna. All right. Zana. Zana, you're not there now? Okay. So,
Join, she joined.
you can hear me, Zana? I think she can hear yet. Anyhow, we can hear you if you're joined. We're unable to hear you. So, this male female thing, only in the material relative world there are differences. In the spiritual world, the soul is the same in all. That verse in the Bhagavad Gita, what is that verse? Brahmabhuta. No, not the one. No, yeah, yes, that, what is that? Can't remember how it starts. No, not that one. That, another one. Another. Brahmaniga Vihastani, what is that verse?
Vidya Vinaya.
Vidya Vinaya Sampane, Brahmaniga Vihastani. Do you know that verse? What's the number of that verse?
It is here on Maharaj 5.18.
5.18. Bhagavad Gita verse 5.18. Vidya Vinaya Sampane. Who has the real knowledge? Who has the right understanding of things? Who is in knowledge? He doesn't make any distinction between a Brahmin. Gavi means a cow. Hastani, the elephant. Suni Chivas Vapakecha, or the dog or dog eater. He doesn't make any distinction. Why? Because they're all Brahmabhuta. They're all spiritual entities. The material is just like the puppet. Yeah, when you move the puppet will move in so many different ways with the strings and so forth. Some are male, some are female, but they're all moving by the strings. They don't move on their own. So matter is like that. The material body is unmovable by its own power. It has no power to move on its own. Only when the soul touches the matter, then it becomes movable, can move, can act. So the material part is not the real thing. It's only the superficial part, the showing part, the manifesting part. But what is manifesting through that? It is something else completely. Just like electricity. Electricity can come through the air conditioner and produce cooling effect, or it can come through the toaster and produce heating effect. Same electricity can act in different ways. And like that, all these different creatures, everything living and moving in the world, that is all being conducted by the same energy. One energy is coming through and distributing in different ways because of the different instruments or vehicles, gadgets, we can call it bodies, that it works through. Otherwise, it's the same energy, spiritual energy, Brahma Bhuta. And Bhuta means the living entity, and Brahma means of spiritual nature. Understand? So there we want to concentrate. We maintain only interest in the various gadgets that the energy manifests through, then we are missing the point. We won't make spiritual progress at all. But once we understand the oneness, that sameness that is there in all of us, and that sameness is called Krishna. He is there behind everything, and his multifarious energies. And we are all acting according to his energy, his pleasure, his will, and to awaken that consciousness. That is our purpose. Not to judge who is male, who is female, who is scientist, who is street sweeper. No, that's a secondary thing. They can't. None of those things can act without the will of the Supreme. So Krishna consciousness means that to try to see how Krishna is behind everything, and that we have a relationship. Who can understand the relationship with him, and not their relationship with so many other things as their whole existence? Yes, we have relationship with others also, but that has not to be misunderstood as having some primary importance over our relationship with Krishna. Here is the central thing, the essential thing. So those who have their sights on that higher goal, they try to make progress in that direction. Not so much in figuring out all these other relationships. Devotees are therefore a little detached from all those worldly concerns, because they have a different vision of things. We should try to take that kind of detached attitude about all that and focus our concentration on the real thing, the substantial thing. What is our relationship with the Supreme Energy, the Supreme Energetic Source? And like in Radha Dasya, we concentrate on the energy and not so much on the source also. But that energy is spiritual, Ladini Shakti. That inner potency, pleasure potency of the Lord, that divine pleasure potency. How to relish that, how to taste that. Then we can make some spiritual progress in our life. All right. So we can't hear you, Zana. I hope you can hear us. And now, I think everyone can turn on their microphone. If anyone has anything else to say about that. Yes.
I have read, actually, there was one event
Yes.
organized by Waves India,
Yes.
World Vedic Association, and they had an event on importance of ladies in the Vedic tradition. So they asked us to speak something. And at that time, I was reading something very interesting that Sri Siddhar Maharaj told that the ladies, they have some advantage because naturally they have serving tendency than that of male because of their natural tendency of dominating. So in spiritual sense, the ladies have some beneficial position they are in, some advantageous position.
Maybe, but as I'm saying, male or female body are not the main thing. Just like air conditioner and heater, they are running from the same energy. Same energy is coming to your house and being utilized differently. That's all. So the matter, not the soul, is the important thing, and how he is relating to his energy, to the energy of the Supreme. That's the main focus of attention. Should be the main focus of our attention. Vidya somebody see equally. Devotee sees equally all living entities as Bhuta, Brahma, Brahman. And one who can see like that, what happens? Well, that's Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma, na sochati, na kankshati. That prasanatma means he becomes very satisfied in his life, peaceful, huh? Wise. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma. Prasanatma becomes to the highest extent happy. Why? Because he sees everyone is Brahman. Na sokshati, na kankshati means he doesn't hanker or lament. Oh, I am a man. Oh, I'm a woman. Oh, this or that. I'm rich. I'm poor. I'm an animal, or I'm not an animal. These things don't matter anymore. Huh? I'm Brahma Bhuta. He sees everything and the spiritual nature, and everyone is acting according to their own will. Hmm? They're choosing their life. He doesn't even see that they're facing karma. They're choosing their life according to their own desire to serve or to exploit. And Brahma Buddha is the controlling entity overall. Hmm? And without that presence of the Brahman, of the spiritual entity, the body would not move at all. Just a lump. So the lumps are not the thing. Maybe a big lump, a small lump, whatever. But life within that is something different. There's the central thing. And there's a controlling entity. So the self-determination, Srila Maharaj always spoke of self-determination. The living entity has to become self-determined, not determined by the outer shell, but within, determined from within, and knowing his spiritual position. The evidence, the hints given by the scripture, the advice, the direction given by scripture will help us to come to that position. Don't be dominated by the body. You're not to be dominated by the body. Is to be utilized, and it can be utilized very nicely. As we have to utilize our body in spiritual life. Not that we neglect the body, but body is to be utilized by the soul for proper service, rendering proper service, and not to be carried away by so many bodily concerns for other purposes than service. That's all. Yes.
As you said, Maharaj, like only Krishna is the true man. I see the same incident happen once in the history, like when Mirabai, the devotee of Krishna, met Rupa Goswami, tried to meet Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami said he will not meet women. Then Mirabai says, only Krishna is the true man. I know only one man, that is Krishna.
Yes.
There is no other man I know. So he emphasizes the same thing over there. Like, only Krishna is the man. Every other is not a man.
Then, what did Rupa Goswami say?
I think that it's I am not much. There's not much recorded, I think, but this sentence was said by her.
She said,
I know only one man, that is Krishna.
And yes. Well, it's okay, but she had no understanding of the devotees and the differences of the devotees and the relationship with the devotees. That's also part of spiritual life. We don't say you neglect the servants of Krishna. That's not Krishna without understanding the servants and their different services is also not the proper idea. Uh, as I'm saying, each one has a relationship with Krishna. Each in different ways. The male, the female, they all have different relationships with Krishna. And that's to be respected, that's adored, worshipped. We don't neglect and we try to assist, serve all those persons in the proper way, according to their choice of how they're acting in their vehicle. Uh, we can take account of that also. We don't have to say only Krishna is the only thing that I'm worried about. It's a little abstract. Krishna, without his devotees, we don't want that even. Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami said Vrindavan is a barren place, a desert, without the devotees there. Radha-kund is like the mouth of a tiger coming to swallow you without Radha and Krishna. So it's not just some barren conception of God, abstract conception of God that we're after. There's a spiritual life, a spiritual world is there. And who can enter that world? They can understand all the different varieties that are there and how to act and how to live in that world. And to have proper love and affection and serving mood in that world of variety. Not that we only want to focus on God, and God has nothing else associated with him. How he can be God then? When we say Lord, the Lord means who has some servants, no? Lord, that he can lord over. I think you can't have a lord, or Prabhupada used to say you can't have a king. You can't call someone a king unless he has a queen, unless he has some kingdom, unless he has some army, unless he has some ambassadors, uh, some servants. All those things must be there in order to say king. We can't just say, I only want the king and nobody nothing else. Then he's king. No, they're not king. Similarly, Krishna is all attractive. Then who is he attracting? No one to attract, then what is that? uh-huh.
Maharaj?
Yes.
Couldn't that be one of the reasons or the reason why he didn't want to leave a time?
Yes.
Didn't acknowledge the position.
Yes.
He was a woman.
Yes. Exactly. I think that was the reason. He knew who she was.
Yes.
Huh? Otherwise, he doesn't care for women, men, or whatever. He's not especially worried about that. Yeah. Woman, men means he's thinking in the material sense. And she's still in that plane. So he wanted, if she was a pure devotee, certainly he would like to meet her. Janavi Devi, he would not say that to her. Janavi, of course, is the wife of Nityananda Prabhu. She was a great spiritual teacher. So he would certainly want to offer his dandavats to her. Anyhow, interesting point. Rasaraj, did Rasaraj tell you anything today, Kusham? He's not coming?
No, man, he didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
Maybe his connection is bad.
I don't know. Some power problems still. So I know many people lost their power in this storm. Some people may not have it back yet.
You had a storm, Maharaj?
Yes, we had the hurricane.
Where in New Jersey?
Yes. Yeah, and all East Coast. East Coast had a hurricane from Florida all the way up to Boston or somewhere. Our power also went out for 12 hours, about 12 hours, almost 12 hours. We had no power. So when Krishna wants to withdraw his power, then what can we do?
Maharaj, Hare Krishna,
Uh,
Maharaj.
I'm sorry?
Vishnu here, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
What did you say?
It's Vishwajit is talking now.
Oh, yes, Vishwajit. Haribol Prabhu. You had a question?
Yeah, that's good. So basically, this is I'm reading this very, very short book. I think called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's a famous book already. It was published in 1996.
What's it called?
As a Man Thinketh.
As a Man Thinketh.
Yeah.
That's already a mistake. Misconception.
Yeah, it's a very short book, Maharaj, but the way the author has written, like I could synchronize a lot of the things written there with a lot of the things that Krishna has said.
Okay.
I think the author was heavily influenced by Bible, but still there is a lot of synchronization of what he said, especially the chapter 1 to chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita, and there's a lot of synchronization. I could actually see the teachings of Krishna in that book.
Okay. Then?
Because in Veda also we have something similar. In Veda also say that Bhava Tattva.
I couldn't hear. What did you say?
Yad Bhava Tattva.
Bhava Bhavati.
Krishna Maharaj or Bhakti Yoga Maharaj. Yad Bhava Tattva. Thing is there in Vedas. I don't know from which part of the Veda that is there. I think it is very close to.
You become what you have conceptually.
I can't understand. Shantama, what is he saying?
You become that what your conception is.
Oh, Bhagavad Gita, yes. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tajat yante kalevaram. You know that verse? Huh? Vishwajit? Yes. What you are thinking at the time of death, certainly you will get that in your time at the next birth. What you are thinking.
Yeah, like one of the most dominating that comes out there is that our thoughts create our reality.
Well, to some degree, yes. But once you understand that you are not the thinker, and not your thoughts. Just like I'm telling about the air conditioner and the heater. That energy is not coming from the air conditioner. The cooling effect is not due to the air conditioner, and not due to, the heat is not due to the heater, it's due to the energy that is working in them. Similarly, someone may go from one body to another, and they may think it's their responsibility to do that. As long as they think that, they'll have to do that. And what I'm thinking is causing the next thing. But when you realize that what you're thinking is also controlled by something higher than you, then you begin to understand. You may be in a particular way of thinking about things. But that is material consciousness, called consciousness. But when you realize there's something behind that you that is not thinking, not your thinking, something higher. Because you can say, well, I'm thinking there's a sun, therefore there's a sun. No, of course, that's foolishness. Not because you think there's a sun, that the sun is there. Sun was there before you were even born. Even while you were a kid, you weren't thinking of the sun, but it was still there. So it's not all dependent on your thinking. But some people think like that. There's Maya also. Not depending on that. You have to give up all that misconception to understand where is that source of energy that I'm doing all these things. And that, to get to that kind of knowledge requires guru who has understood the fallacy of that type of consciousness, that type of existence. I must have some knowledge of that tattva darshan. What is the truth? Higher truth. And that we get from Guru. The higher truth, he says, die to live. And Hegel also says, die to live means everything. When you die, you're thinking and thinking this, thinking that. That's also finished. And one who remains in that kind of consciousness, that is material. And they go from one thing to the next. But who can escape that? Who can rise above that? To understand what is the source of all of that. Then he can have some idea of surrender, of Krishna consciousness, of Brahman. Brahman is transcendental to all of that. These mental things are also material. Also material. And only a transcendental, situated devotee. Transcendentally situated means they can see beyond all these things that are beyond the mind. Even there is something who is producing the mind, not bewildered by that kind of existence, that kind of reality.
So basically, Maharaj, the understanding is that consciousness is a symptom of the soul.
But it can be influenced. Consciousness can be influenced by different things. It can be molded in different ways.
Yes. In fact, I finished completely reading Subjective Evolution of Consciousness.
Yes.
Maharaj, and thanks for the potency of Nishkam Shant Maharaj. He gave me that book.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I finished reading that book, and it was really, really very deep. It helped me understand the consciousness at a very deep level. Yeah. So basically, like through reading and also through personal experience, like consciousness is a symptom of the soul. Everything else that belongs to us as a body is manifestation of this consciousness.
Yes. Yes. But consciousness is not the ultimate thing. So we have to go beyond consciousness. The source, Atma. Consciousness is like the air conditioner. One may have an air conditioning consciousness, one may have a heating consciousness. But the energy is there. That we have to understand that. That energy we want to understand, not the particular function. So how do you get there? That is another thing. How to connect with that plane, the higher plane. Now we do through Guru, Vaishnava. And that means the plane of dedication, devotion, service. Already you are there if you can understand those things. Immediately you transcend all of that, other things. Stop following your consciousness around, your material consciousness. And develop a Krishna consciousness. Consciousness can be Krishna saturated, Krishna directed. And then that kind of consciousness we can submit to. That kind of consciousness we can develop. And that will help us to get all free of these other things. A conditioned consciousness. We can call it conditioned. We're conditioned to think in certain ways. When the consciousness is conditioned, that is called material. When it is freed from all that conditioning, then it's Krishna conscious, pure.
Yes, Maharaja, yes, that is like very gradual, also it requires grace more than effort. I think effort is definitely there.
Uh, well, yes, all you need, you don't need any effort. All you need is sincerity, longing. Krishna, I am helpless. It is beyond me to be able to do anything. Any effort I make is only going to be done from a misconceived platform. All my efforts will be based on my misconceptions. Then my efforts are not useless. My only hope is my prayer, my faith, uh, my wish, my longing for your grace. Then maybe if you want to give your mercy to me, then I can escape. Then you can remove the veil of Maya from my eyes, from my consciousness, everything. And by your help, not by anything that I can do, not my effort. And by my effort, I only get into more trouble. Huh? By your grace, I can be relieved of all this nonsense. We have to have that. That is real. And if we don't have the grace of Krishna, we can only, uh, what is that? Struggle. Only under struggle under misconception. I have no other hope. Just like when you're floating in the ocean, what you can do. You can make so many efforts to get out of the water in the ocean, but what are you going to do? You're flailing your arms in the water, that's all. And anytime some shark may come and eat you, right? that no help, no hope. But if someone comes in a boat, then they can help you. Someone has to be out of the water, out of the ocean. Then they can be of help to us. Not on our own. We have to look for that, pray for that help. Dear Lord, please send me someone to help. Help me. I was reading in the newspaper one time. I think I told you, all the devotees, this. There was one lady. She was on the roof of her house. I think it was in Texas, somewhere, and a big flood had come. Uh, some storm had produced a lot of rain, and all the houses and the streets were all flooded. The whole area flooded, and she was sitting on the house, and she was on the roof of the house, and she's praying, "Oh dear God, please save me, please save me." Then one rescue boat came by, and the water was up to the roof, So the rescue boat came by. "Oh, here, come on, lady, come into our boat." And she said, "No, no, I'm not going to come with you. I'm praying to God. He's going to help me." so, so we have to depend. We think, well, Guru is Guru. He's just another person. How he can help me? Huh? I want God to help me. I don't want Guru. I want God. But who is sending that? Who is sending God, Guru, to you? That's the idea. Guru is not just another passerby. That is sent by Guru, sent by Krishna, and is he considered Guru to be Krishna's representative. Acharya Mam Vijaniyat. He's giving us the direction to get beyond all this other misconceived world. And if we have faith that that world actually exists, then we will be able to make some progress toward that direction. And then gradually it will become clearer and clearer that it's existing there, not an artificial mental idea. The reality. There is a reality. Beautiful reality, the beautiful, where all the real beauty and wealth and everything else lies. It exists. Srila Maharaj used to say, Om means yes, what you're looking for, that exists. It does exist. And don't be disappointed. Don't be discouraged. Don't lose faith. That world does exist. And to strive for that, that is the real thing. Real success in life. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So I had another difficulty while I finished this question of the other purpose of translation. Like, as a, being with of course, it's again a misconception that being in a material world. But speaking of the fact, like, we have to work and, maintain our body. And of course, again, there is another misconception because Krishna is taking care of that. But as an individual on a day-to-day basis, we have to deal with material because I'm finding that kind of very difficult because we can't expect others to, the reality that is there that we are. I'm finding that very difficult to real.
Uh, well, again, sometimes these things are given to us because we're not focused. And this is where your mind comes in. Huh? You're wanting those things, and therefore they're coming. If you can trust that Krishna will help you, and by trying to serve him, by trying to do things in connection with him, and just kind of force your mind into that kind of thinking, then you'll find these other things won't be so difficult to handle. Remember, Krishna is there. He doesn't want to cause any problem for you. So the more that he sees you are coming to him and interested in or getting free from all those material entanglements, the more he will make it clear to you how to do that. It may require giving up a lot of attachments to get to that place. But that is the test. That is your test of your own sincerity. And certainly Krishna helps. You're not blind. You're not ignorant of your desires and of your efforts to come to him. That's there. And it does help. Does help his devotees. So I only recommend that you try to focus on some spiritual things, not only material things. Try very hard, chanting and doing whatever service you can, and doing some puja in the morning, just showing Krishna that you have some interest in him, and he will manage your other affairs to reduce that involvement. Why not? Huh? He is interested in you as you are interested in him. Yeyatamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamiham. You know that verse from Bhagavad Gita? Yes. What is it? He says, as you surrender to me, I reward you accordingly. Huh? So he will give you the encouragement, the knowledge, everything you need according to your degree of surrendering to him. He's given plain English and plain Sanskrit, whatever you want to say, plain way, he has given it in the Bhagavad Gita. Huh?
Yes, I have felt that many times, and also a personal experience is that he's also the desire fulfiller. That's also very nice.
Huh? What was
He's
that?
also the, he also fulfills our desires as long as we are
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah. He gives you material desires, he fulfills that, and he also fulfills your spiritual desires. That's the thing. Yayatamam prapadyante. If you want to come, if you want to cheat Krishna, he will provide you the opportunity to be cheated. Huh? If you want to surrender to him, he will provide that opportunity for you also.
Yes, ma'am. That indirect result is.
All right. Very good. Okay, so we got the questions in the first part cleared. Now, maybe we can have a kirtan and some vandanam. Shanta Maharaj, would you like to lead the kirtan? Shanta Maharaj, can you hear? I think you're muted. Your mic is muted.
Okay, Maharaj. Okay, Maharaj. Sorry, Maharaj.
All right. I think we let him say.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare Hare Jaya Guru Deva 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 Jaya Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jai Sat-cit-ananda Jai Sat-cit-ananda Jai Sat-cit-ananda Gaura Hari Gaura 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 Hari Gaura 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 Hari Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Jai Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev Ki Jai. Jai Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Jai Go Premanandi. Hari Hari. Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Jai Sripad Bhakti Nishkam Shanta Maharaj ki jai.
First performance by Majaraja Krishna Bhakti Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
Jai.
All right, now we'll chant Vandanam. Page 38 in the Kirtan Guide. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Tan Om Aganatimidandasya Yananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Puja Shri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhava Vamvitaya Sada Purva Parya Parampara Pachalita Pragya Pamurte Krite Bhaktir Nirmala Nijarhasya Nivitam Samrakshakam Sararam Vande Shri Guru Devam Ananta Shira Acharya Varam Nijam Gaurvabhista Sapurakam Gauruganair Ashisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patananugam Govindabdidam Ujwalam Varna Bhaktanvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwagarun Chadivya Bhagava Premno Hibija Padam Devam Divyatanam Suchandavaranam Palarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Param Sadekavaram Vairagya Vidya Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vande Tam Subhadam Madeka Sharanam Nashishwaram Sridharam Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gaurvandvaye Bhatto Madhuriva Patha Kagade Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavada Timigilodoragatan Uditya Jivani Man Krishna Prema Sudabdi Gana Sukham Bharat Prabhu Tam Vujat Namo Gaur Kishoraya Bhakta Vaduta Mortaye Korangri Padma Bringaya Radhabhavani Sevane Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radharasa Sudanidim Gaura Vrajashvita Sheshar Vaishnavaya Vandya Vigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Vande Premabdim Brida Vaishnavam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchatatvat Bhakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Namo Mahavaranaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurotvice Namaha Jayatam Surato Pango Mama Manda Matirgati Matsarvasva Padambojo Radhamadana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadurvada Srimad Ratnagara Singha Shri Gandharva Srila Govinda Devo Prestalibi Sevyamanu Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasamramvi Vangsivata Tatastita Karshan Venu Swanayar Gopir Gopinatha Shri Estunam Vrindayai Tulosi Devai Priyayai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satchavachai Namo Namaha Otanatva Manta Gurun Bhagavatarthadan Vyasan Jagat Guru Natva Tato Jayam Udirayat Jai Sapadika Shri Guru Garanga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Pada Padmanam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Srila Prabhupada Srila Guru Srila Gurudev Srila Acharya Dev Ki Jai Jai Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Jai Go Premanandi Hare Hare Bol.
Vishwaji left.
Huh?
Vishwaji had to leave. That's what those messages were.
Oh, I see. All right. And then page 16. Page 16. Can you see that? Yasamathinandan. Who would like to sing this today? Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Yasamathinandana Brajabaranagar Gokuranjana. Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Amala Harina Mamiya Vilasa.
Rasaraj, Prabhu.
Vipina Porandara Navina Navaravara Paskrivadana Suvasa. Rajajana Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakoala. Sundara Nanda Gopala. Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasarasika Kripa Moya. Sri Radha Vallabha Vrinavana Natavara Bhakti Vinora Shraya. Yasamatinanda Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana. Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damona Vidana. Right, thank you. Then, page 44. Yes, Rasaraj Haribo. Then page 45. Who would like to sing? Who? Who? Who she say? Oh, Rasaraj. Huh. Hi. Sana wants you to sing, then we all want you to sing. Oh. Samsara Dava Nanalira Loka Tranaya Kaya Naga Naganatvam. Praptasya Kaya Nagananavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vaditya Madhyan Manasora Sena Romanchakampa Shutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Vigrahara Dhananityanana Sringaratan Mandiramarjanado. Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyunchatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Sadvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangan. Kritvaiva Triptin Vajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Radhika Madhaviyorapara Madhuya Lila Gunarupanam Nam. Pratikshana Swadanalolopasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Nikonjayuno Radikali Siraye Yaya Libya Yoktira Pekshaniya. Yatari Daksha Rati Vallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Sakshadhari Tvena Samasta Shastre Shaktashtasa Bhavyate Vasadvi. Kintu Praboya Priyeva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Yasha Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado Yasha Prasada Nagati Kutopi. Jayam Suvam Sasyaya Sasri Sanyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Srimad Guru Rastakam Etaruchar Prame Muhurte Patati Prayatnat. Yastena Vrindavananata Sakshat Sevai Vallabhya Janasonta Eva. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Hari Bol. Let's see. Nitai, page 65. Nitai Pada Kamala. Who would like to sing? Anyone like to sing? Who's? Page 65. Do you know that? Who knows that song?
Zana wanted to sing.
Zana, you want to sing it?
I can read it in English.
Okay. All right, we'll let you read it in English, okay?
Well, singing is like you.
Well, not really. One day she will sing also.
Surprise.
Yes. She will be the best.
I'm trying really hard. You guys been with something for a long time.
So anyone?
I mean, like I sing along, but to solo, and I don't speak English.
All right. You practice at home by yourself.
I'll sing for Raj.
Okay. All right, Krishna Kesava is over.
Dandavat. Hare Krishna. Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala Yechayaya Jagata Judaya. Hena Nitai Vine Bai Radha Krishna Poite Nai Dridha Kari Dara Nitayara Paya. Se Sambandha Nahiyara Vrita Janma Gelatara Se Pashu Bhara Durachara. Nitena balila muke, majila samsara suke, vidya kule ki kari betara. Ahankare mata haina, nitai para pasariya, asatyere satyakarimani. Nitaye karuna habe, vraje radha krishna pabe, dhara nitaye charandu kani. Nitaye charana satya, tanhara sevaka nitya, nitai pada sadhakara asha. Narotama baraduki, nitai more karashuki, rakaranga charanera pasa. Dial nitai, dial nitai, dial nitai, dial nitai. Jai Jai Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai Jai Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki Jai.
Jai Krishna Keshava Prabhu ki Jai. All right. Then, well, today he was no, he could not come today for some reason. Vaishnava Thakur, page 58. Who else? Anyone? Oma Devi? Thank you. We would like that very much. Thank you. Hey Vaishnava Thakura Daya Sakara Edase Karuna Kori. Diya Padachaya Surahe Amaya Tomara Charana Dori. Jaya Vegadami, Jaya Dosha Shodhi, Jaya Guna Dehadase.
Jaya sat-sanga, vihaye hamare, sachi sange rahate.
Jaya Satsanga, Dehaye Amare, Basachi Sangera Se.
Ekaki hamara, nirpaya vala, harinama sankirtane.
Ekaki Amara, Naipai Bolo, Harinama Sankirtane.
Vikupakari, Prabhakindu diya, Deha Krishna namadame.
Tumi Kripa Kari, Shradabindu Diya, Deha Krishna Namadane.
Krishna se tumara, Krishna gite para, tumara sarkuti hache.
Krishna se Tomara, Krishna Dite Para, Tomara Shakati Achi.
Amito kangalo, Krishna Krishna bole, nahi tava pache pache.
Amita Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli, Davatava Pache Pache.
Amito kangalo, Krishna Krishna bole, nahi tava pache pache.
Amita Kangala, Krishna Krishna Bali, Daitava Pache Pache.
He Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jai Vaishnava Thakur.
Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Zana, would you like to read the English? Okay. Page 58. Yes?
Yes. Alone, I do not have the ability to properly return the Lord's name. Mercifully, keep me on Brahma's faith, and facilitate me welcome Krishna. Krishna is you. You can give Krishna. If you let go, I'm there for Krishna. Krishna, I run after you. I run after you. I run after you in full with the taming the broken Krishna. If you desire to give Krishna, you can give him. If you desire to give, you can give. Krishna is the well of your heart. You have the power to give Krishna. You only desire to give Krishna, you can give him.
Jai. Very nice. Okay, I think we'll end. We'll stop singing now. Then, what else? All right. Did anyone have any other questions? We had started with some questions. Now, after going through all this chanting and one prayers, anyone have any other questions?
Nice cat, Maharaj. Ingoji holding very nice cat.
Cat's name is Oreo.
Cat or dog? Cat, huh?
Oh, you cannot tell apart the cat from the dog.
That's a bad video.
So, what did you do during the 12 hours that you had no power?
What do we do?
What kind of questions?
We panicked. No. we were trying to think how we can get some food because we have electric stove here. And we were thinking you were very lucky because you probably have a gas stove. So it wasn't. So,
But it's an electric start, so we
oh, I see. Anyhow, so we were thinking how we could get some food. And then we thought, well, if we get a pizza, then we have to make sure they have no garlic or onion. So we called up someplace, and they said, no, our pizza only has garlic and onion. Then we thought, oh, then one pizza place said they can make a white pizza. And then Krishna Kesava thought, okay, we get a white pizza, and then we put our own gravy on. Because did you have some tomato sauce?
Cold.
Oh, cold tomato sauce, yes. I thought, well, that's not so nice either. Anyhow, then I was thinking maybe we could also order some. That would be for the lunch, and then for the dinner, I was thinking we could order some eggplant parmesan. But that might also have their tomato sauce, something like that. We had very limited, choices to make. Then somehow, we did something. Well, we ate. We had some prasadam. I think some dal already made, and we ate that. And what else?
Half made dal
Uh,
and some salads, just different salads.
and some salad and some dal we ate that day.
2 different salads.
2 different salads. Yes, made some tomato and mozzarella salad. Yeah. So somehow we survived. That was the main. That was the main thing. Our main concern was what to eat.
Yeah. Did you have enough flashlights or?
Oh yes, we have a candle, and we have this. Have a what do they call that? A Tesla wind up Tesla flashlight.
Yeah.
So we don't run out. Well, we never run out of electricity. We can always make our own just by moving the crank.
Yeah.
So we were prepared. And then I was thinking they were telling us it was going to last 2 or 3 days. I said, "Oh no! My God, how are we going to do this?" Then we were thinking maybe we can cook on the engine of the car.
Maharaj, please call me Maharaj. I have gas at home.
Okay, all right. We'll call you next time, and you can bring our hot meals over. Hare Krishna. So anyhow, yeah, it happened. It was only less than 12 hours. Or so, no, was it 12? More than 12 hours, huh?
No.
It was 12 hours and
No, 24 hours.
no, less than 24 hours, yes. We had our electricity back.
It was 11 o'clock one morning,
And
and we
then
didn't get it back until
the evening.
no,
the evening
it was
the next
on
day.
The whole night.
Yes,
And it was over 24 hours, or about 24 hours.
yes.
It was 11 a.m. It started all the way through the
Sure.
day, all night it lasted.
Until
Thought
11
it
at
was
night.
back in the morning, but it wasn't.
Yes.
And then not until the afternoon it came back on around
Oh,
maybe 10 o'clock the next day.
okay. Anyhow, somehow it came back. I couldn't remember exactly how much time we were out.
There were some people around here that still don't have power.
I know, I heard that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank goodness he has a generator.
yeah, we were thinking of that too, how to get a generator. But anyhow, let's see.
I bought years ago, except maybe like 5 years ago, it's like a power bank, uh, and not for a cell phone. It's actually for a computer backup. It's a battery.
Oh, power supply, yes.
Yeah, and I bought a little one, but it's just for 3 hours.
Yes.
I charge it.
Yes.
And I can use any kind of appliances if I want to.
Right.
Just like plug in there, and it says 3 hours. So the one that I had before, it was like so heavy you cannot move it.
Right.
But that one had more hours.
Uh,
And it's just like a little box by the table, and that's it.
Power and uninterruptible power supply, they call it. But that's not good. That's not good for running refrigerator and stove and all that. But
No, not a stove like
yeah, for a computer is okay.
electrical pump. Like no, like an electrical pump hooked up. That one can be used like when you
hot plate. Yeah.
warm up water for tea or for coffee or something. Yeah, hot plate. That one can be used on that.
Anyhow.
Just to warm up.
Yeah. So.
A camping stove.
Anyhow, somehow we made it. I think it'll happen again. They said this season is going to be very active for hurricanes, so we may well need it again. We'll have to make some plan. I should make some plan. Anyhow, I was reading that the mutt, our mutt in California, SoCal, with Janardhan Maharaj. They're having a Janmashtami program, but the devotees, of course, can't come to the temple and congregate there. So they requested the devotees to call the temple and order a plate of prasadam that they're going to distribute on the day after Jagannath Mishra festival, Prabhupada's appearance. They said, come by and tell us you're coming, and then they come by in your car, and we will give you a plate in the window. And then make sure you have a mask, and devotees will also have a mask. And this way they can get some prasad. Because Jagannath Mishra festival, after Janmashtami, a big festival is held. And they will be able to get their prasad without having to congregate all together. I thought that was a very nice. Are we having a Sangha? I think probably Acharya Maharaj may have. No? Anyhow, if Kusham feels better, maybe she can cook a big feast. And anyone who likes to drive by her house, she could give them a plate of prasad. They don't have that yet on the internet. Hare Krishna. So anyhow, next week is Janmashtami. Maybe I think Acharya Maharaj is probably giving a talk. Tomorrow he's talking. Yes, he has his sangha every Sunday, and on the special days I think he also have a special sangha. So you can all join if you like his sangha and hear about Krishna's birth and pastimes, and then make something nice for Krishna. Do you prepare for your altar and offer him and Prabhupada on that day? And it'd be very nice to remember him. How are you going to celebrate, Ajay? You know?
I'm thinking to go to temple.
Going to the temple? Do they allow?
Yeah.
They allow?
Yeah.
Oh. Many people can attend.
Not many people, last time Jagannath Raja also I went.
Okay.
So only few people came. And also they're maintaining all the social distancing rules.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, they can have one person at a time have the darshan. At least one or two people at a time. Yes, yes, Kanupriya?
No, Maharaj, I was asking a question.
What? Oh, Kusham. Okay.
Yeah. We can make Ekadasi Prasadam for that day, for Janmashtami, right? Can we include grains also? I mean, we're not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it, but
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, why not? Of course. And you can have it the next day.
Ekadasi for us is this Friday, the day after Nanda Mahotsav.
Then the Kadasi is on the Friday after that is.
Janmashtami cake.
You make some sweet balls, ladus you can make, and offer to Krishna. He likes that. Anyhow, it's a busy month, right? We have Baladev's appearance, Krishna's appearance, Prabhupada's appearance, Lalita Saptami, Radhastami, so many. Bhakti Vinod,
Swami's disappearance festival.
yes, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur's appearance also. So it's a very holy month. I hope you can all celebrate in some small way in your own house. Rasaraj Prabhu, you are okay?
Yes.
All right. Good to see. And Kusham, you're feeling better today. It looks.
yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I have another question.
Yeah.
My sister who's here that's helping me, she's not initiated. Can she help me to make the prasadam?
Well, yes, of course. You can help. As long as you offer it.
Yes.
Yes. What's that in the middle? Is that Muni Maharaj?
Yes.
Generally, Maharaj, Janmashtami time, so many places devotees used to go and collect bhoga and all these things. This time, nothing could be done.
Well, they can't have anyone come either, huh?
Yes.
They can't have anyone come for prasad or to come to visit the temple. Difficult. Let's see how long this will last. Huh?
Last time, when I was there in USA, Maharaj, they sent us first to this California event. There, actually, they used to collect for whole years those groceries and things like that, rice and things like that. Is a must. And it seems to me if they could not do that, we face some problem actually. Because that is the main time they do all the collection.
Yeah, I don't know how they're managing. Difficult time also for the temples. Anyhow. Let's see, we don't know what Krishna wants from us all, huh? He pushed the pause button and we have to wait.
India Maharaj trying to start this international travels. There is a big airplane in a crash.
I saw that in Kerala. That one airplane came in half, split, broke in half.
Actually, it landed, wrong place. The runway was very short, and it went and into the wall, and it broke into three pieces.
I see.
But fortunately, it did not catch fire.
Right.
very less.
Only about 20 people died, but a lot of were injured.
It came from, I think, Kuwait.
I was bringing the Indian, repatriating the Indian who were there, trying to bring them back to India. And unfortunately, they were there because of the virus, and they couldn't come back to India. And they come back and they have a plane crash. Terrible.
Actually, it was raining heavy, Maharaj.
It was wet.
They could not see it, actually. The pilot could not see, and it was very, like a measured kind of, the allowance is very less on the runway. It's not safe, that airplane.
Did you get your deer net, Taras? Yes.
Yeah, after Sangha last week, I went to Lowe's because they delivered it to the store instead of my house.
Okay.
So they finally found it in the back area, and I put it up immediately. And everything's growing again, so
good. Krishna Kesava was going to bring you some that we had left. But anyhow.
I was reading something interesting, Maharaj.
Yes.
This rice, the rice that we wash before cooking, or after cooking also, that water is there. That is very good for this gardening.
Okay.
That water. If that water can be kept for 4 days, 4-5 days, and then we use not directly, but 1 portion of that, and we mix 10% of water. And if you give it to the plants, then it is very good for their root and growth.
All right. Here we use the coffee grains. They put that in the ground. Makes the flowers very fragrant. What's that, Zana? Oh, she got stopped again.
Her video works, but her sound doesn't work.
I see. Anyhow, you have something to say, Zana? No? Okay.
Zana knows Russian, Maharaj? She knows Russian.
Yes.
We didn't have power outage. We were okay.
Okay.
Except like the tree that is right there in the middle of just little big branches. Tree from and next door, not next door, second one maybe like 100 yards away, the same tree died also.
Well, one tree fell in front of our house. One tree, big tree, fell from across the street, and they had to cut that into pieces. And then another tree fell behind our house in the backyard. I still have it there. Nobody has come to pick that up.
I have like a girlfriend that's her neighbors. I was finding some tree fell over her fence. And two trees on her property.
Yes.
Everything. So the fence, he has something electrical fence there for her. That's not going to. But it was a big thing to them. And I was just driving today to a fresh produce market in Tampa, buy some fresh tomato and cantaloupe. We have down lane. You cannot get there. The police is still they are digging something, they're repairing something. I don't know if the people have noticed there or not, but I saw him there for 3 days digging. He's in jail, police. Yeah, not down there.
Anyhow.
We had a big flood also.
I know, yes. So many difficulties, huh?
Never in my face such big, amount of, that rain in short span. They say that this is the largest rainfall they witnessed in, last many decades.
Like the apocalypse. You know, the apocalypse? So many bad things are happening at once.
China is also having a lot of flood now.
Yes.
China will get flood.
Everywhere, some problem.
It came at the same time as we have.
Okay.
I saw on a map. I go to a website. It's called Puri, and it shows the map, the different kinds of maps, and all over the globe, lifetime. I mean, live maps.
Right.
With temperatures, wind, gas, clouds, radar, all kinds of things. And when I zoomed out and I saw that there was a hurricane in in China out there, and we had this on our part of the globe, and then they had a hurricane there also. So that's why they have a lot of rain.
All right. I hope you will all be safe and have a happy Janmashtami. Happy next week celebration, Prabhupada's appearance. So be well and be safe. Only Dandavats.
Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Samaveda Bhakti Vindiki Jai. Go Premanandi Hari Hari Bo.